Hello friends, welcome to our channel Stocks Factor. Hope you are doing well. Friends, this is yet another very important video of one of the very important indicators which we have shown in our dashboard. That is the combination of exponential moving averages and how to use that combination in your favor so that you can generate very high probability trades when combining the analysis with the derivative indicators which we have already shown in our dashboard. So the point is you not have to use this indicator in isolation again. You have to combine this indicator or the combination along with the derivative indicators which we have shown in a dashboard in order to yield very high probability trades so that you can get the confidence that whatever trades you are taking, the chances of success of those trades are very high. So friends, as you already know that lot many people are using lot many combinations of exponential moving averages or simple moving averages for their analysis. But the point is we want to filter out the noise and we want to focus on the very important exponential moving averages which are short term, medium term and long term, and how to use the combinations of short term, medium term and long term along with the data of derivative analysis to generate high probability trades. Before we begin with the video, if you are not subscribed to our channel, I request you to please subscribe to our channel so that you can get the notifications of weekly market analysis videos and the most important derivative analysis series videos. In this series, we have already posted videos related to the very important indicators which we have shown in our dashboard, and those indicators are related to the derivative analysis. So we have discussed how to perform the derivative analysis in detail and how to analyze the cash market and the derivatives data in conjunction so as to generate the high probability trades. So we have covered all those indicators, whether it is analyzing the FII's position, put call ratio in detail, how to analyze the trend reversal using PCR, open interest data. Then we have discussed about the significance of OI, the futures rollover data, and how to analyze the option chain, and then the Max-Pain theory. So friends, you can go through these videos in which we have discussed in detail and also cover the use cases of stocks and indexes. And friends, if you want to get the access of our dashboard, the free trial version of dashboard is already open until 31st of March 2021. To get the link, you can drop us an email at this particular email ID and we will mail you the link of the dashboard. So friends, let's begin with the topic. So friends, the agenda of this video is that we will quickly cover the theory in which we'll discuss what is EMA, that is exponential moving average, the difference between the EMA and the SMA, that is the exponential moving average versus the simple moving average, the significance of exponential moving average, and what EMA combination to be used, and then at last we'll see a demo in which we'll cover few use cases using our dashboard. So friends, let's get started. So friends, as you already know that you must have already heard about the exponential moving averages or the simple moving averages, and you might be using one of them. So let's discuss what type of moving averages are generally used. So basically there are two types of moving averages which are generally used for analysis, that is simple moving average and the exponential moving average. So friends, we are going to specifically focus on exponential moving average, but just to demonstrate the difference. So simple moving averages are calculated in which for a particular period, suppose we want to calculate the simple moving average for past 5 days. So we'll take the data points of past 5 days and we'll take the average. And similarly, as you can see for the rolling window, for the next day, the next 5 points, and similarly for the next day, the next 5 points, and keep like this, we keep on going till the very last date and we'll calculate the simple moving average. The point is that in simple moving average, we give weightage to each day equally. Like even the past prices are given the equal weightage as compared to the near term prices. But now in exponential moving average, the formula is designed as such that you give more weightage to the more recent prices, that the most recent prices, like the last few days prices as compared to the last 6 months prices, right? So suppose you are calculating the moving average for the past 20 days, suppose exponential moving average. So in the exponential moving average of the last 20 days, the last 5 or 6 days will be given more weightage as compared to the last 20 days, right? So basically we need not to go into the detail of the formula or the mathematics behind it. We need to understand the utility of exponential moving average, that we need to develop an intuition that the more recent prices are given more weightage, right? And this is more suited for the share price trend analysis or the index price trend analysis. We'll see that later. So any recent or forthcoming events get priced in. You already know that whatever news has come to the market, that is already priced in, or the events which are happening in the market, till the time they come to you, they are already priced in the market. And while calculating the exponential moving averages, those prices are taken into factor which have recently occurred. Moving further, so friends, now let's discuss about the crossovers. So friends, while studying the exponential moving averages, You must have also heard about the moving average crossovers. So you must have heard about the short-term moving average crossing the long-term moving average and vice versa. So for example, the 20-day moving average crossing the 50-day moving average on the top, or it is crossing down. And similarly, you must have heard about the 50-day moving average crossing the 200-day moving average. So friends, these kind of moving averages are generally used by people in order to do the analysis. But let me tell you one caveat, that crossovers can give you good intuitions in the strong trending market, but they are unreliable in sideways market. So basically in side market, the moving average combinations can lead to false signals. And similarly, you must have also heard about the technical indicator MACD, which is moving average convergence divergence. So basically in this indicator, what is calculated is one short term and medium term moving average is taken and the difference between the two, and then a signal line is plotted, and we see the oscillations between those two lines. So basically it is an oscillator indicator. So in this way, basically people you perform their analysis based on moving average combinations. But friends, let me tell you that we don't have to focus on each and every combination of EMA or the exponential moving average, because it can lead to confusions. So we have to focus on the important ones, and we have to just use those combinations of exponential moving average just to filter out the stocks which are strong trending, whether it is a strong uptrend or it is a strong downtrend. And ultimately then we have to perform the derivative analysis once we have filtered out those stocks. So suppose you want to take the bullish stance. So what we will do, we will take the combination of moving averages in order to identify the strong uptrending stocks. And once we have identified that, we will focus on the derivative analysis in order to understand the data that what is going on in those stocks, and similarly for the downtrending stocks. So let us discuss this further. For example, the trend identification. So I was referring to strong uptrend. So how we can identify the strong uptrend? The strong uptrend means that the 20-day exponential moving average is above the 50-day exponential moving average, and 50-day exponential moving average is above the 200-day. What this means is 20-day exponential moving average is short term, 50-day is medium term, and 200-day is long term. So basically short term should be above the medium term and long term, and similarly medium term should be above the long term. So in this way, this is defined as a strong uptrend. And similarly the downtrend, if the short term is less than 50-day, that is medium term, and medium term is less than, that is 200-day, that is long term. So in this way we have to filter out those stocks, and in our dashboard we have already done such. So we'll show that in the demo also, that how you can do that analysis and how we have created the tables in which we have already filtered out the stocks for you. So let's understand this in detail. So friends, as you already know that exponential moving averages, for example short term, medium term and long term, they are generally act as resistance and support. So basically we have to identify where the support is, or where the buying pressure is, where people are willing to buy, and resistance is where the people are willing to sell. So when the stock is in strong uptrend, so what happens is, so 200-day moving average, you already know that it is considered as long-term resistance and support, that is long-term moving average, and then 50-day is medium term and 20-day is short term. So the EMA data plus derivative analysis can help you take high probability trades, and we'll see that in demo also. So basically the combination of these three moving averages will help us to filter out the stocks. So let me show you some of the stocks in the charts, that how you can identify the strong uptrend or downtrend. So friends, I have opened the platform that is TradingView, and in which I have filtered out some stocks for you in order to show you that how you can identify the strong uptrend. So right now you can see the HDFC stock, in which what I was mentioning is that how you can identify that the stock is in strong uptrend. So I mentioned that the 20-day moving average should be above the 50-day. So you can see that 20-day moving average, that is the red line. So you can see that what I have represented here, 20, 50, 100 and 200. So you can see that 20 is this one, 50 is this one, 100 is this one, and 200 is this one. So basically 20, 50 and 200. So you can see that 20 is above the 50 and 50 is above 200. And if you talk about the 100-day moving average, in some instances we use that also. It acts as support and resistance both. So basically you can see that whenever the stock is in strong uptrend, when the stock is trading above all these three moving averages, it is considered in strong uptrend. And that's what we have shown in our dashboard. You can see there are chances of stock bouncing from the 20 or 50-day. So there are high chances whenever stocks come to 50-day moving average, lot many people are willing to buy at that price near the 50-day moving average, and there are high chances that the stock will bounce from that level. In very rare cases, it breaks the 50-day moving average when there is a huge negativity or some news has come, and then it will go and circulate around the 100-day moving average, and there are chances that it will bounce from there. So friends, let's see some other examples also what I'm trying to say. So let's see, for example, you can see the Ashok Leyland. So in this case also you see that near 50-day moving average when the stock is in strong uptrend. So mostly right now most of the stocks are in strong uptrend. So you see that from the 50-day moving average those stocks are bouncing. One thing very important which I want to mention here friends is that you have to wait for the stock to bounce from the support level. For example, you don't have to hurry and make the position as soon as the stocks come to the level of 50-day moving average. You have to wait and let the stock bounce, and you also have to look at the derivatives data that what actually happened. So if we take the example of Ashok Leyland, so I've already filtered the stock on the stocks analysis page. So you'll see that if you see on the chart, you see that it was on 29th and then 1st of February. So once you will go to the chart, what will you see that you have to wait that there should be some short covering or there should be long positions made from that level. So if you see that this level, so you see that on the 1st of February there were huge long positions made, huge cash delivery, and then huge put writing was done. So friends, this gives us the signal that now we can enter into this particular stock by keeping the stop loss from this day's low, the 1st February's day's low, and this will generate you the high probability trade. So you have to wait and not hurry just making the position as soon as it comes to the 50-day moving average. You have to wait and let the stock bounce from that level convincingly. You should see at the derivative data that the player are either unwinding their call positions if they have done the call writing, or they are making fresh long positions. Okay, let's see Axis Bank also. So in case of Axis Bank also, you see some instances that 50-day moving average is acting as support because the stock is in strong uptrend. And if we see the Axis derivatives data also, so I've already filtered the Axis Bank, and let's go at the bottom table. So you will see that on 1st of February, long positions were made, the price rise was high, and the huge put writing was also done. So friends, like this you have to do the analysis. Let's see Bajaj Finserv. Again we saw that 50-day moving averages act as a support. Then let's see index also. So in case of index, you see Bank Nifty. One instance was 20-day moving average, and then another was 50-day moving average. So friends, similarly you will find other examples too, that whenever the stock is in uptrend, mostly there are chances, if it comes to 50-day moving average, there are chances that it will bounce from there. And similarly the same case applies to strong downtrend market. So in downtrend market, as I mentioned, if you remember that the 20-day moving average will be below the 50-day moving average, and the 50-day moving average will be below the 200-day moving average, and the stock will be trading below all these three moving averages. So that stock is considered as the strong downtrend stock, and in that case the 50-day moving average, again it will act as a strong resistance. So in strong uptrend it will act as a strong support. In case of downtrend market, it will act as a strong resistance. And if you're taking trades based on this, you can keep the stop loss below the 50-day moving average in case of strong uptrend, and above the 50-day moving average in the strong downtrend when you are looking for shorting opportunities. So friends, this covers the theory part. Let us see in our dashboard that how you can use this combination in order to filter out the stocks. So friends, we are into the stocks factor dashboard, and let's quickly jump to the page that is stocks hotspots. So we call these combinations as hotspots, in which we have listed few combinations which are very important and which help us to filter out the stocks. So you can see that we have mentioned here that the tables in this page list the stocks which are in the hotspot zones, including 20, 50, 100 and 200 moving averages and 52-week high-low zones. So you can see that the stocks highlighted in pale yellow, which are Nifty 50 stocks, and rest are the other quality mid-cap stocks which are part of the futures and options segment. So friends, as you can see here in this table, we are showing we are filtering out the stocks which are in strong uptrend. And how we are filtering out that? As I mentioned, that the stock should be trading above all the moving averages, and 20-day moving average should be trading above 50, and 50-day moving average should be trading above 200-day moving average. So you can see that in sequence, you see that this price will be highest, then this will be the second highest, third highest, and the minimum price. So you can see similarly all the other stocks, these are the we can find many stocks right now because the market is in strong uptrend, and we'll see that many stocks are fitting this criteria. Now let's see the vice versa case, that is the stocks which are in strong downtrend. So you can see that Britannia, in case of Britannia, it is trading below all the three moving averages, and the highest value is of 200-day moving average, and 50 is trading below that, and 20 is trading even below that, and the stock price is trading even below the 20-day moving average. So friend, in this case, in case of Britannia, you can look for opportunities whenever it takes a bounce near 50-day moving average. You can consider it as a shorting opportunity, provided you take your stop loss also and hedge your positions accordingly. So friends, these are the two combinations which are generally to be used, and once you have filtered out the stock, then you will go to the stocks analysis page. And in the previous videos we have already discussed how to do the analysis using the derivative analysis indicators. Once you have identified the stock, and then you will look for the opportunities, what the smart players are doing using the indicators which we have shown in this page, and then you will take your trades accordingly. So basically, what indicators you have to look, if you remember, you have to analyze the cash market data and the derivatives data in conjunction once you have filtered out the stocks. So you have to look at the futures data, what the trend is going on in futures data, then the PCR. You have to look at the open interest band, that is the maximum put writing and maximum call writing, and then you have to look at the option chain in detail, and the series or the 6 charts which we have shown, in which you see the whole trend of how the data is changing in the option chain. And then at last, you have also to combine it with the cash market data, that is the delivery percentage, and then you have to make your view a whole 360-degree picture, and then you will take your trades accordingly. So once you do the analysis in this way and filter out the stocks and then do your homework, you will generally yield positive results, and you will see that whatever trades you take, you will take less trades, you will wait for the opportunity, and then those trades will be very high probability trades. So friends, with this we come to the end of this video. If you have any questions regarding this video, or any questions you have regarding the exponential moving average combinations, please post your questions on the comment section and we will definitely answer your questions. And friends, if you are not subscribed to our channel, I request you to please subscribe to our channel to get the notifications of such videos which we have already posted and which you are constantly posting, so as to provide you the detailed view and to demonstrate you that how effective is the derivative analysis and how you can use the derivative analysis in your favor to generate high probability trades. And friends, if you want to get the access of our dashboard, please drop us an email and we will mail you the link of the dashboard. So friends, see you in another video. Take care and goodbye.